Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. This is a video presentation. For this video, I will present about tax. This video for subject Seminar in Islamic Finance or academic project. My topic is the ethics of the tax evasion based on Islamic perspective. Why I choose this topic? I choose this topic because nowadays we can see that more issue that come from tax, including tax evasion, even though tax evasion is the unethical and also not allowed in Islam unless in certain condition. Tax evasion is the most important factors affecting economy and social affairs in any society. Tax evasion is one of the most common economic crimes and has been present since the introduction of tax. People don't like paying tax and they use any way to reduce the payment. This is my topic, the ethics of tax evasion based on Islamic perspective. Before I start my presentation, I will introduce myself. My name is Nur Azra Aina binti Muhammad Izzuddin. My membership number is 050612. I am from Bachelor of Business Administration Islamic Finance. I will start my presentation with introduction. According to Islam, Muslims have a moral and communal obligation to pay zakat to show the support of the poor and for the legitimate function of government. Therefore, ignoring one obligation to pay zakat or a lawful due to is known as an unethical act. Tax evasion refers to the criminal non-payment of tax liabilities. An ambiguous form of tax evasion that is not immoral is the evasion of avoiding compliance with certain government regulation. The government imposes strict and serious penalties for the evasion. Next, we move to problem statement. The problem statement that I have in this topic is that evasion is a serious problem for developing country. This is mostly because this country in their transition process from state-controlled to market-oriented economy are facing hard institutional, behavior and culture change. It does not follow Muslims that have a moral obligation to pay whatever tax according to the government demands, and it does not follow that any form of taxation are legitimate. Therefore, a case can be made that some form of tax evasion that under certain conditions can be not immoral. Next, I will talk about research methodology and research objective. For the research methodology, my research methodology conduct using both qualitative research method and also quantitative research method. I gain the information from the libraries, book, online researchers, publication websites such as Google Scholar, Emerald Insight, and others. I also gain the information for the professional persons such as lecturer. General information on taxation is collected from various types of tax record, type of office record, committee report, and article, and book published on the subject. For the research objective, my research objective is to explain the principle of tax evasion in Islam, to determine and discover the effect of tax evasion, and to determine of the degree that culture or ideology influence attitudes toward tax evasion. Next, we move to the next slide, which is finding. In this topic, I found that tax evasion is an issue that attracts the attention of academic researchers. Adam 1983 until 1992 has historically analyzed this phenomenon over a period of 2,000 years. Factors that trigger tax evasion are usually the focus of this type of research. It seems that the common reason for tax evasion is that people can evade tax or do not believe that the government has a share of their income. After more than 500 years of religious and philosophical literature, Crow identified the injustice of tax system, government corruption, the wasting of tax funds, the failure to receive any benefit, or the inability to pay tax as some of the most common reasons why people justify tax evasion. Tax evasion illegal practice intentionally avoiding tax. Taxpayers who avoid their true tax liability may report income, or state deduction and exemption, or participate in fraudulent tax shelter. Tax evasion are generally subject to criminal charge and substantial penalties. Tax evasion is the general term for not paying tax by illegal means. There is no absolute opposition to tax evasion, or that there are always situations where it can be justified to a certain extent. Texts can be found in Muslim literature. Ahmad 1995 and Yusuf 1971 have interpreted Muslim literature as saying that there is no more duty to pay income-based tax or a tax that casts price to risk, which would include tax on sale and value-add tax. However, Jalili in 2012 disagreed with this view and interpreted Muslim literature to take the view that taxation is always unethical, but only in case where the country is governed by Sharia law. To avoid evading tax in such case will be not to deal with from our. This prohibition on sale tax placed Muslims in a bit of quandary. Next, we move to the conclusion. My conclusion is, since there is no moral obligation for a Muslim to comply with a law that causes an unnecessary price increase or increase the wealth of a protected group at the expense of the general public, it is logical to conclude that Muslims do not have a moral duty to comply with regulation that either cause unnecessary price increase or protect certain special interests at the expense of the general public. That's all from me for this topic. Thank you.